New Mexicans out thousands of dollars off on what police call a con man pretending to be a handyman. He's wanted in 2 states and has been doing this for decades.
Tonight in a Target 7 investigation, we find out why he is still on the loose and could he be victimizing the elderly again. Here's John Caudinelli.
This is Stephen Morgan Byers, and this right here is his rap sheet. It's something that most don't know about when he offers to repair driveways, roofs, and install solar panels. Court records show he owes thousands to New Mexicans he allegedly scammed. This story begins
in 1977.
Mary Ann Arner and her family moved to Albuquerque.
Hal was a navigator for the Air Force.
A decorated man, but more importantly, a loving husband.
He was very handy.
So when tragedy struck
11 years ago,
and Hal died, Mary Ann needed someone to help her.
Since I don't have a good handyman right now.
But a year ago, that all seemed to have changed when Mary Ann met
Stephen Morgan Byers,
an advertised handyman.
And then he did so many things just around the house.
He built Mary Ann planters.
So he took my height and had them just at the right height so that I could weed the vegetables.
And even did some work in the front yard.
Well, he paved this whole driveway.
Mary Ann trusted him so much.
I had even given him a key to come in to do some kind of work.
But all of that trust quickly changed.
What went south was he made me believe that he was the intermediary to put in solar on my roof.
She says Byers never showed up, even though she paid him up front for all of the work.
$53,000.
Mary Ann is not alone.
$5,000.
$55,000.
Target 7 found these women, all who say they were scammed by Stephen Morgan Byers.
He would promise and then just not show up.
I've had to redo all of the work that he's done.
Little did these women know that according to court records, the man they entrusted to fix their homes and rentals had a lengthy history of scamming people and what investigators call home improvement fraud. Arrest after arrest for fraud, theft, and larceny. Court records show right now he has 6 warrants out for his arrest in New Mexico and Nevada. Charges that he's scamming people and operating as an unlicensed contractor. And he's been doing it for nearly 40 years.
He was just victimizing anyone and everyone over and over and over again.
Former Albuquerque police officer Dan Klein met Byers when he was a detective in the 80s.
It took months to get this guy tracked down and picked up.
Court records show back then Byers was scamming people, pleading guilty to theft, and ordered to pay $19,000 in restitution to 15 New Mexicans. His case was highly covered, and at one point he conned his way out of jail. This is him in 1992. Target 7 was investigating his scams back then and how he escaped. This is the district attorney at the time during a manhunt for him.
We know Mr. Byers, and I presume that where he is right now is working on his next indictment.
After he was captured, he was sentenced to 25 years in prison, and a judge said, quote, "Given your history, I don't give you a chance at all for rehabilitation."
Stephen Byers is that type of guy. He's never going to be rehabilitated. He's always working a scam.
Court records show he did the same thing in Nevada and was convicted and sentenced to 10 years to life. According to newspaper coverage at the time, Byers claimed at trial he had multiple personalities, and that's what made him scam people. In 2017, Nevada gave him a pardon and he was let out.
He's crafty. You know, he tried to pull out everything he could to delay trials, postpone trials.
In Nevada, he was sentenced to lifetime parole, and that's why they want him back. Now he's back in the land of enchantment, and at least 2 agencies are looking for him. The State Regulation and Licensing Department has filed warrants for his arrest for doing work without having a license. And the Sheriff's Office wants him on charges for stealing construction equipment.
I found out that he has been arrested multiple times.
Real estate agent Laura Tacker is one of Byers' alleged victims. She says he's pretty convincing. He has a business card, a company truck, and a website.
You have about 90 days with Morgan of really good work, good service, good things going on. and then it all falls apart after he's gotten your trust.
Target 7 went looking for him at various addresses.
How can I help you?
Hello, we're looking for Stephen Morgan Byers. Is he around?
I do not know where he's living. He's kind of fallen off the face of the earth.
Almost everywhere we went, we found people who claimed he had scammed them. One of them tried to call Byers for us.
Thank you for calling All-in-One Services.
It appears Byers is still on the loose, performing odd jobs. As for Betty Ann, she filed suit against him. He never showed up to court, and a judge ordered him to pay back the $53,000. But she's not confident she will ever get the money back.
I had no reason to believe that he would take my money and never send it to the right place.
Earlier today, we spoke to the Superintendent of Regulations and Licensing to ask why Byers has not yet been picked up when he's had a warrant out for months. Tuesday on Action 7 News Live at 6, our Target 7 investigation continues as we find out why Byers was slipping through the cracks and victimizing people from Socorro to Rio Rancho. For Target 7, I'm John Cardinelli.
Authorities ask if you see Byers, call the police immediately. Now, if you have tips, call the Target 7 tip line at 505-884-6347 or email newstips@koat.com.